What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Brendan from Market Makers. Welcome to all the new subs. Guys, Bitcoin price action. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. This typically starts setting up the weekend. Is it going to be dumpy or is it going to be pumpy? We're going to get into the price action right now and figure that out. We are descending as predicted, and I want to look at the micro and macro trends and see if anything has changed. We're going to do a deep dive into support levels, and we'll figure this out together, guys. Real quick, shout out to all the new members. Guys, when we started our Discord channel, we had 5 core members that started that channel. We now have over 1,200 members. 200 people joined since yesterday alone. Guys, if you want trade signals, if you want 24/7 TA, if you want education and an awesome community, it's all available. Click the video description in our link and you will see our Discord channel link. Download Discord, make an account if you don't have one, and click the link and you'll be there, guys. It's all one price, zero risk, zero obligation. Let's jump into Bitcoin. 1 hour time frame, my friends. Has anything changed? Well, we still have our bearish cross of our moving averages at Tema, and so this price is still descending, okay? We're trading right now at 45,863. We're on a little bit of a baby pump, as you can see right here. We're trading between 46.3 and 45.2. Let's look at a couple different ways to see this. We're going to look and see if there's any micro patterns that are being printed as well. Let's check out Gann. Let's take off our moving averages, take off the Gann, and let's check out Ichi, I should say. All right, so Ichi, cloud trading, guys. We talked about this yesterday. There was going to be a red cloud formed. It's right here, okay? And the shape of the cloud, the size of the cloud, the direction of the cloud are important. I cloud traded for 20 years. So what we have is a big red cloud. This is visual imagery of resistance, okay? This is just pure resistance, this cloud. Price can come through it, but typically in a perfect world, price will travel beneath it. In other words, Ichi is predicting a downward trend. And again, in this trend, guys, you're going to have pumps and you're going to have little dumps and you're going to make micro shapes, micro patterns, right? So let's look and see what patterns are being made right now. Well, we had some different patterns here. As you can see, we had a double top on the micro level, which is this pattern right here, and it dumped, right? It broke. You had this, looks like another little double top that dumped. Then you had pump up, you had the Bart Simpson pattern, and then you have a dump, and now you're down here. You had consolidation. Again, you could draw a triangle here if you want to zoom in. Triangles are continuation pennants to trends, right? Boom, you dumped. So where are we at now? Well, this could be a lot of things, right? But right now what it is you were below a support level. It was resistance, so you were hitting your head. So basically you've made kind of an M right here. So this could end up being a double top if you hit some type of wall or ceiling up here and price starts coming down. Or what another pattern that you could have is this could be the shoulder. And as you hit resistance up here at that Ichi cloud, right? You could start printing candles, and then again, you always fall back down towards support. How do you quickly determine support levels without throwing on indicators? Look at your candle clusters. We went over this yesterday, right? So you could end up being back down here, something like this, and then you'd make a head and shoulders and continue to descend, okay? And guys, as you know, we can't go over every single thing we talk about in every video, or these would be an hour long each video, and people would lose their mind. Because some of you guys watch every day, and we really appreciate it. We are trading in the kill box, the low volume zone between 42K and 48K. The corrective market structure I gave you as a target is 52K. And if there was going to be a pump during a low volume weekend, guys, that's a target. And we're still in that range where that could be a target for max pain, max liquidity trap, max bull trap, okay? We went over that yesterday. So if anybody's just watching us for the first time, check out yesterday's video. We cover all this with pattern trading. All right, so let's check out our Gann fan. I like to look at the Gann fan. They give you a different look at some smaller areas, grid style of support and resistance. It gives you an idea of how price will travel, and this is important, okay? So let's pull this up so you can see a little bit better. All right, so what are we looking at here? You see a bunch of lines, right? This is a strong support line, this thick green line. The thicker the lines, the more support or resistance they are. However, you see the pink highlights? That means you're bouncing up and down on that support line, okay? Your strong resistance line is this heavy pink line. Again, confluence with the Ichi cloud that was around in this range, as well as your different Gann levels, okay? Now, the important takeaway here looking at this is all of this pink, guys. Price would have to travel through all of this pink. This is all resistance. All of this is resistance. You see 0 support lines. Again, just like the Ichi cloud, the big red cloud, this is all resistance. So the bias for the price is still to travel down. Let's check out the 4 hour time frame, my friends. 4 hour time frame, I color coded the candles. The more intense the red color, the more intense the selling. So you can see that again at the macro pattern level, guys. You still see your shoulder, you still see your head, and I told you on the micro level yesterday, you're going to make double tops, head and shoulders, little pumps, but when you zoom out and look at it and squish it together, you start to get your macro patterns, right? Now, I saw a bunch of comments asking about hash ribbons flashing the buy signal. Cointelegraph, a bunch of the other news sites are putting out bullish articles. We covered this a couple of videos ago, guys, with our volume analysis, but what we know, the whole reason the kill box exists before price even got up here was when we started doing volume analysis on these mega pumps. I said the only way they could move price in this zone was to pump it. The whales have to pump it because there's no volume in this zone. There's no price support, which is why you're seeing the price roll when you zoom out. Look at the price. And again, the price is going to return down here. I released that training video on relative volume and on PVT, which is a money flow into an asset. Over 2,000 people watched it, guys. It's available on the channel. If you're just tuning in for the first time, it'll teach you how to do volume analysis and whale hunt. Very important. So we see that macro pattern, guys, and again, we do have a price target down here. If this pattern starts to break, this is a 4-hour time frame, so this could set up for the weekend. We have to see what happens, right? Once we start getting down below where we entered the kill box, you're going to see more price movement because of the support structure, and you see the trading at these levels. All of volume is trading, buying and selling. So keep that in mind. And again, that's why quick visual representation, even without the VPVR, you can clearly see all the support / resistance you would have at this level, which is substantial, much more than you have up here. Okay, very important to keep in mind. That white line going across the bottom, this is a point of control. This is peak volume in the range. Okay, I'm pointing this out to you for a reason, and I'll show you right now. Let's get a polynomial trend regression. This is 16.5 days of 4-hour candles to give you an idea of where Bitcoin could regress to trend-wise, price-wise. 36.7, you see that? 36,700 Bitcoin. And as you guys know, they've been watching this channel, this has been steadily going down from 41,000. So Bitcoin is descending. Why is that number important? 36.7. Let's look at it right now. Let's turn this off. 36.7 is an important number because it puts you down here between your neckline, right, and the point of control for peak volume. So it's very realistic as Bitcoin descends, as we said, it's going to look for volume to support itself. 36.7, guys, breaks the neckline. If you break the neckline and you have any velocity, you're going to start to dump. And again, these are patterns, just like with NETA, Elliott Wave, whatever you want to look at, it depends on multiple factors. News, market sentiment, and patterns at play, okay? If Tesla comes out tomorrow and says they're buying $1 billion in Bitcoin, that's going to reflect the market structure and Bitcoin's going to move. If Michael Saylor, the big Bitcoin maxi, says he's dumping half his Bitcoin to buy it again cheaper, that's going to affect the price movement. So all this is married together with market intelligence, okay? But in a vacuum and pattern completion, your target would be 28,189. Doesn't mean you get there this weekend. As you see this starting to descend, keep this in mind. The trend regression now has you breaking the neckline at 36K. Very important number to remember, guys. Let's wrap it up on the daily. On the daily, I drew this triangle for you yesterday. This was the original triangle we've been trading in since May 12th. The descending triangle we fell from several times. Again, that final price target is 20 to 25K Bitcoin. You can see it down there at the bottom. We did break out of the triangle. And again, the premise of these whole video series, the road to 25K, is this is all artificial, and you can see that in the volume analysis when you look through it. And again, you have the same existing pattern you have in the 4-hour time frame, the head and shoulders pattern, guys. And as this is a daily, it takes longer to print, but this will come down and print in a higher volume area because up here there's no volume, meaning no support. The bullish news to all of this is when we find a bottom, when Bitcoin does find a bottom, you're building scaffolding, you're building a structure. Picture it like a house. You're building framework so that when Bitcoin does find a bottom and comes back up, you now have different support levels that didn't exist before. You now have candle clusters that only strengthen and reinforce the structure of a new rise, because we are in this space because we do believe when Bitcoin finds a bottom and retail steps in, we're going to be super bullish and see super bullish patterns. We do not know until we get candles, guys. Let's find the bottom. Let's track the descent, and we're going to make moves together. Guys, stay tuned to the channel for future updates. Check out the Discord in the video description. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a fantastic Wednesday.